Before you watch the video, subscribe it, click on the bell icon for more notifications. Hi everybody, welcome to AGAA-MATH. This is Rakesh. Today we are going to learn about the finding the zeros of the linear and quadratic polynomials. Even in the before video, we have seen what zeros are said to be, and we have gone through the graphical representation. Using the graph, how do we observe and find the zeros of the given polynomials, right? So now let us come with few examples here. I hope this will make you better understand and help you in finding the zeros of the polynomials. Especially like in this we are going to learn about the linear and quadratic polynomials. Okay, so first of all, let me take an example of a linear polynomial, how to find the zeros. We know that if p of x, let me take here, that is one second. So let me take here, that is p of x, right? So that is p of x is equals to 2x plus 7. Now what is a zero means? P of x should equals to 0. That means this polynomial should be 0. Then how? It is very simple, that if you substitute any value in the place of this variable, right, so that this polynomial should become 0. It means nothing that p of x should become 0, right? So to find the zero of this linear polynomial means p of x should become 0. That's the reason to find the solution, that let 2x plus 7 is equals to 0, because we know that this polynomial should become 0. That value means when you substitute a value in the place of this variable, that polynomial should become 0, right? So that here it is 2x is equals to minus 7, because plus 7 transfer this side, it is minus 7. And if you simplify more, that is x is equals to minus 7 by 2, right? So here we got that minus 7 by 2, which makes this polynomial as 0. It means when we substitute this minus 7 by 2 in the place of this variable, it becomes 0, right? Even let me take one more example for this case, right? So one more example, p of x is equals to 3 by 2x minus 5. Now we have to find which value of this x makes this polynomial as 0. Means polynomial, that is p of x, should become 0, right? So let what we do is 3 by 2x minus 5 equals to 0, because this should becomes 0. To find the 0 of this polynomial, we are taking equals to 0 here, right? So that means if you simplify more, like 3 by 2x is equals to minus 5, transfer this side, it becomes plus 5, right? And now x is equals to 5 into, where 3 by 2 comes, is a reciprocal, right? So that is 2 by 3. So x is equals to 5 to 10 by 3. So here this 10 by 3 is 0 of this polynomial. Okay, so whenever you would like to write the conclusion after finding the 0, so here this is the way we write, that minus 7 by 2 is 0 of the polynomial what? Polynomial p of x is equals to 2x plus 7. So this is where we just write the conclusion after finding the 0, right? Even for this also we do the same, right? So it is very simple, nothing to worry. Okay, just let me come down here, and now here I write, okay? So that is what, 10 by 3, right? So just very simple. 10 by 3 is the 0 of the polynomial. 10 by 3 is the 0 of the polynomial p of x is equals to 3 by 2 x minus 5. So very simple. Remember that if 0 of the polynomial is nothing that when we substitute a value in the given variable in the place of the given variable, that polynomial should be equals to 0. Such values are said to be 0 of the polynomial. Right, here we have gone through the linear polynomials. Let us now go with the quadratic polynomials. And see, listen carefully until the end of this video. You will know new things in this video and have a new even you can see many new things. So don't what we say, like, don't forward. Okay, have a patience and listen carefully. And here we see about the quadratic polynomials, how to find the zeros of the quadratic polynomials. And this method is said to be the factorization method, which we are going to see now. Even some of the, if you see the different books, and even it will be shown as that even it is as a splitting method, right? Splitting method. But basically we call this as a factorization method. So let us see how to find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial using the factorization method. So here I just take a polynomial like a quadratic polynomial, that is p of x. P of x is equals to x square plus 2x minus 24, right? X square plus 2x minus 24. So this is a quadratic polynomial. Now we have to find the zeros for this quadratic polynomial. How to find the zeros? Let us see the factorization method. It means here p of x should become 0, right? P of x should be equals to 0, right? Means the polynomial total should be equals to 0. So, and see, if you observe that this x is having the degree 2, right? This, it means the polynomial of p of x is having the degree 2. So remember, if the degree is 1, we get only 1 0, as here the degree is 2, we get 2 zeros. If the degree is 3, that is we get 3 zeros. So those all we will learn in the coming classes. But here, as this is a quadratic polynomial, here we are going to see and we are going to know that here we get 2 zeros, right? So then let us see, and this method is what? Factorization method. So what I do for just solving, we know that this should become 0, right? So that's what, let x square plus 2x minus 24 equals to 0, because this polynomial should be equals to 0. So what value of x makes this polynomial 0, right? So now if you would like to factorize, here you have to remember one thing, that is like you have to see the coefficient of x square is 1 and the constant is minus 24. So the product of this coefficient of x square and minus 24, that is minus 24, right? Minus 24. Now first of all, it means, see, the coefficient of x square is 1, so 1 into minus 24 is minus 24, and better write the first of all factors of 24. It means just list the factors, like 1 into 24, that is, and 2 into 12, right? And 6 into 4, and next is 3 into 8. So when we list, it means, okay, when we list like this, see that the product should satisfy as minus 24 and the sum should be satisfied with this middle term, that is plus 2. Means coefficient of this x is plus 2. So if I observe, I knew that this is no. Okay, so fine, here we got that is 6 and 4. Yes, here you can check here, right? So that is 6 into minus 4, I get minus 24, which satisfies the product. Okay, here we got product with 6 into minus 4 is minus 24. It satisfies this. Now the sum of these two numbers should satisfy the middle term. It means 6 plus minus 4, that is equals to 2, right? The coefficient of x is 2. When it satisfies, we can do it, right? So then how? Very simple. It's nothing that x square plus 2x. 2x means what? 6 minus 4 we are going to take. That means plus 6x minus 4x minus 24 equals to 0. So if you observe in the first two terms, like x square plus 6x, x is common. So I get x plus 6 minus 4 is common. If I take minus 4 as a common, x minus of plus becomes minus. Minus of plus becomes minus, and this is 6 equals to 0. So what do we get then? If you observe here x plus 6 is common in both of this, right? So if I take x plus 6 as common, then what is left? Here it is x, and here it is minus 4. So that is equals to 0. Right, then what I do, that means x plus 6 equals to 0 or x minus 4 equals to 0, right? And if you see more, that x equals to minus 6, because plus 6 transfer this side, it becomes minus 6, or x is equals to 4. If you substitute these two values, either minus 6 in the place of a variable x, or 4 if you substitute even, you get equals to 0 only. So that these two are said to be zeros of the polynomial. That is minus 6 and 4 are the zeros of the polynomial x square plus 2x minus 24. Okay, so remember, just have a note also please, because even we are going to discuss more about this. So what are the zeros of x square plus 2x minus 24? That is x, that is minus 6 or 4, right? Let me take one more example. Okay, so that final example I would like to teach you, that I hope this will help you a lot to find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, right? Let's take one more example here, that is p of x I would like to take, right? So I take over this color now. So p of x is equals to one second. P of x equals to, I take 2x square plus x minus 1. Now what value of x will make this polynomial, that is p of x is equals to 0, right? For this, as we learned before, that is a factorization method. So first of all, let 2x square plus x minus 1 equals to 0, because we know that this should becomes 0. So that is the reason, to find the 0 we have to take it equals to 0, right? So now to factorize, as I said you before, that is coefficient of x square into the constant term, that is minus 1. So that is what you get, 2 into minus 1 is minus 2, right? So first of all, write the factors of 2. Very simple, it is 1 into 2, no more, right? But see, we have to get it means we do one thing, it is minus 1 into 2, that is minus 2, which satisfies the product, and whose sum, like minus 1 plus 2 becomes 1, which satisfies the even middle term. Here coefficient of x is nothing but 1, right? So that means we do like 2x square minus 1x plus 2x minus 1 equals to 0, right? Then if you observe in both of this, we have only what? X is common. So x is common, so that it is 2x minus 1 plus, if you observe here, what 1 is common, like 2x minus 1 equals to 0, right? So in the both of this, you can see clearly that 2x minus 1 is a common. So 2x minus 1 of x plus 1 equals to 0. So when you simplify that, 2x minus 1 equals to 0 or x plus 1 equals to 0, right? So then how it becomes? Let us see. That is x equals to 1 by 2 or x equals to minus 1. So these are the two values which makes this polynomial as 0. That is quadratic polynomial, right? So as it is quadratic polynomial, we got the two zeros. And one more thing I would like to tell you all. So you take any quadratic polynomial. See, here we got the zeros as 1 by 2 or minus 1, right? So a small observation I would like to tell you, children. So what it is means, okay, we will see now. Here this p of x is actually given that 2x square plus x minus 1. Now this polynomial, quadratic polynomial, I am multiplying with a constant value, that is 5. Let's see. Okay, observe carefully, listen completely, then you will be able to understand. So this polynomial I am just multiplying with 5, so that it becomes 10x square. So that p of x is nothing but 10x square plus 5x minus 5, right? Now let us factorize this. When we would like to factorize, like 10 into minus is minus 5 is minus 50. So when you write the product of that minus 50 and check, what do you get? So let here 10x square plus 5x minus 5 equals to 0. So here I write that is 10x square, splitting the middle term as like 10x minus 5x minus 5 equals to 0, right? If you observe both of this, 10 is common, so 10 is common, or 10x is common, sorry. So let me take 10x is common, so that is x plus 1 minus 5 is common, so x minus of plus becomes minus and equals to 0. And you see here, it means x plus 1 is a common, so x plus 1, okay, of 10x minus 5 equals to 0, right? So again, if you see here, that is x equals to minus 1 or x is equals to 5 by 10. So this is nothing but 5 ones, 5 twos, that is equals to 1 by 2. Observe carefully that here the polynomial is 2x square plus x minus 1. The same polynomial I have taken here and multiplied with a certain constant value. But even as I multiplied with a certain constant value, does the value of zeros changed? No. So with this you have to understand clearly that any quadratic polynomial, even it was multiplied with a certain constant value, the zeros doesn't change. So if you even multiply with certain constant value, that is zeros doesn't change, it doesn't affect, right? So this will help you in coming class. That is the reason I would like to share this information to you children. So I hope you all understood how to factorize and find the zeros of even linear and quadratic. I hope you all enjoyed and understood well. For any queries, just give us mail at agamath, askagamath@gmail.com. Thank you. Bye-bye.